Excited to start week 3 and going back and kind of reevaluating ourselves. We certainly, as everybody knows that watched the game, we certainly have a lot of room for improvement. I think we made some baby steps Saturday in being a better football team, but so many strides left to go. We are getting ready to play a very good football team in Clemson, as we experienced last year when we played them. And it's going to be really interesting with a very young team taking them on a road for the first time. And so in a really exciting venue to play in as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. We'll start our heavy dose of preparation today. We had good practice last Sunday. And again, our goal is to get better every week. And we're certainly going to have to do that to have a chance to win this Saturday in a very, very tough place to play.
Questions?
Coach, why do you think your teams are so good at winning these close games the way they have last week?
Well, I think number one, our guys are, since we've been here, our guys are just willing to fight down to the end. They really truly believe in their hearts that when the games are on the line and things don't necessarily look well, that we still believe in each other, that we can pull the games out. And that comes from a great job from our coaches. They do a great job of our players trust that we're going to give them a plan to win. They trust that they work hard enough and they're prepared during the week that it gives them the best chance to win on Saturday. And again, literally the old cliche of not looking up, at the scoreboard and keep playing till the end is what we've been able to do. And I just think that it's really hard to close some of those games out if you've never done it, but we've repeatedly done it. So I think that certainly helps our case.
You talked about Clemson seeing their good team last year. How much of a spark was that to your team? Because that seemed to be where y'all started being able to come back from those depths. Yeah,
we feel like looking back last year, just going back and looking at the game film from last year, we'll start there. We felt like that was more of a turning point for us as a football team last year, because I felt like physically we got, I thought we got beat on both sides of the line of scrimmage, just to be quite frank. And we made that very clear that week. This is a very physical football team. Hasn't changed. They've always been that. That's been their history, meaning Clemson. And so that game last year, I think, really opened our eyes to what playing physical football and what it looks like needed to be. And although we came out of the game with a win, I think we learned more on what we didn't do. And we didn't play a very physical game. So I don't think that's going to catch us off guard this year. I think we're ready for that because we know that certainly in their offensive line, if you just take that, they're bringing back 4 of their 5 guys that they had last year. So on both sides of the ball. So we know it's going to be a very physical battle. But yes, last year, I think it was an eye-opener for us. And we know our guys will be very aware of what they're going to face when they walk in
there. Gene, talk about the kind of unique situation of two, Gene and Gus and Chad Morris, and the similarities in what they do and kind of how that affects preparation.
Philip, there's a lot of similarities. I think that if you just watch the two offenses, it's obvious that there's a lot of carryover for each one. The connection that they've had over the years and the communication that they've had over the years in terms of, doing the things coaches do. They pick each other's brains for different things, and there's a lot of carryover there. So, both teams face it every day in practice. And so I don't think there's going to try to be anything, revolutionary in either offense. There's a lot of things within the offense that, you can pull from week to week. So it'll be within the landscape of what they do offensively. Certainly with us being in it 3 years now, we're going to do what we do. But Very, very similar, and again, both defenses get an opportunity to go against it every day in practice.
Coach, I know you spent some time at Clemson in your earlier part of your coaching career. What kind of memories come to mind when you think back to your time there, and what will it be like going back to the place that you once called home?
Well, I had a great 2-year experience there when I got into college coaching with Danny Ford, who was, I'm very thankful that he gave me an opportunity to work with him and a great staff at the time, and I got a lot of very fond memories with a lot of great former players there and a lot of great people that are still there. So very fond memories for me personally. Again, it was a great period, 2-year period in my life, and it's a great place with great people. Very similar to Auburn, very similar.
Any other questions?
Coach, how easy or difficult is it to kind of fix the third down issues that you're having offensively and defensively? And how can you do that in a practice situation?
Well, we've certainly addressed it a lot this week, and we've spent a lot of time looking at and evaluating them both sides of the ball, because we're very poor on both sides of the ball, both converting them and stopping them. So I don't know how easy of a fix it'll be. I know that conceptually we've got to go back and really, we have revisited, and we've got to execute better on those downs. We'll know more this Saturday. We know that for us to be able to win this game right now, we've got to be much better on both sides of the ball on third downs. We do know that.
Do you think it's more of a psychological thing, or just the fact that you've already stopped them twice and that third time is really tough to do on third down?
No, I don't think it's psychological. You know, it's just the execution of what we're calling on both sides of the ball has to get better. But I don't think it's a mental thing, no.